Okay, this one is going to be about how to relate to an INTJ. Now, an INTJ, especially on the female side, are somewhat rare. The female population of INTJ females is like 0.5% of the population. So, if you wanted to go out and meet an INTJ female, all you have to do is look for the chick that doesn't fit in. Like look for the chick that's over in the corner that uh, is looking around at everybody and probably judging the crap out of them. That's your INTJ female. Uh, the male side is a bit more. I think it's like 1 to 2%, something like that in the population. So if you're an INTJ female, you've got to meet 199 people before you find someone that's just like you. Unless you're looking at the male side too, because then if you're looking at the male side, it's got to meet somewhere between 50 and 100 people to find someone that's like you. So I've got this article here, and I take absolutely zero credit for writing this because I did not write this. I just discovered it. It's an article about the mind of an INTJ, and I'm just gonna read it. I'm gonna try and do like the whole like two-sided thing, but I'll probably mess it up. So this in no way exemplifies my inability to hold down the voices in my head. This is only for example of trying to display the conversation of two people going on here, because it's not in my mind. It's on paper here. So where can I find an INTJ? Well, we INTJs are uber introverts, so we prefer asynchronous and semi-anonymous forms of communication. We get most of our socialization through internet forums and various groups like that. Now, I think this article is a little bit old, so it said Usenet groups, but personally, I don't know anybody that uses Usenet groups. There's more forums seem to be the dominant force today. So look for us there. YouTube, I would consider YouTube a place. Well, some INTJs might be too shy to go on YouTube, but I don't really care. So, can I become an INTJ? Unless you are born an INTJ, your only hope is to find a genie lamp while strolling on the beach, rub it, and make a wish. You can fake being one of us by burying yourself in a mound of books, nerding out on your favorite subject like quantum mechanics, not needlepoint, wandering around by yourself, not giving a damn what others think about you, etc. If this sounds like too much work, just try doing a good robot impersonation, because we are robots. Well, hardcore INTJs are robots, which I'm not. I'm close to a robot. I'm like a cyborg or something. Yeah, that works. So, how can I, if you're dating an INTJ, how can you break up with an INTJ? Well, tell us the truth. We'll reply, sure, why not, and go on with our lives. My INTJ is trying to take over the world. Should I be concerned? Well, remember, he's trying to take over the world for the betterment of everyone and everything. Just go ahead and let the INTJ take over the world. He'll be happy, and the world will be a more organized and efficient place. My INTJ just told me I'm retarded. Should I take offense? Well, if an INTJ told you that, you probably are retarded, by our standards. But don't take offense. Our standards are so high that even we don't meet them. We judge ourselves more harshly than we judge others. My INTJ isn't sensitive to my feelings. Should I take offense? Well, we aren't even sensitive to our own feelings, so why should we be expected to be sensitive to yours? We won't even try to fake it. I mean, I could give a rat's ass how you feel about your coworkers at work during the day. I could care less. I don't want to hear about it. So go talk to somebody that's not me. Insincerity is a pet peeve of ours, and anyway, it would ruin our reputation if we ever showed any emotion. Because remember, we are robots. We are robots. Well, I'm a cyborg. Why doesn't any INTJ ever show emotions? Blah blah blah. Didn't I just answer this question? No, I guess it is a different question. Why doesn't my INTJ ever show emotions or feelings? Because he doesn't have any. Actually, that's not strictly true. It's just that we tend to get emotional about things you might not appreciate. INTJs have been known to cry during the liftoff scene in Apollo 13. I don't... Yeah, I think I might have shed a tear during that scene. Because that's the powerful explosion. It's like, whoa, that is intense. You know, it's not somebody died. I'm like, so he fucking died. Like it was his time. He needed to die. He was annoying. But rocket ship blew up. Yeah, that's fucking cool. So for example, and blah blah blah. I'm just reading this here after what I just said, so I probably just making sense. Where the hell was I? And there are also many touching moments in some of the Star Trek movies. Now, personally, I never really got into Star Trek. My father's huge into Star Trek. But if you started talking about the concepts in Star Trek and explaining them to me, I would probably enjoy that conversation, I think. I just wouldn't be the best debater on Star Trek theory, I guess. I've got other things that I like to study, but you know, like I said, if you start talking about wormholes or like black holes or like you know, the flux capacitor, you know, like that's cool to me. You know, if you start talking about robots or cyborgs, an INTJ may also smile or laugh at random for no apparent reason. I've probably already done it in this video like 20 times. So if you're not INTJ, you might be confused at why I just snickered, but I know why I snickered. At least I think I know why. Let's see. So he snickered or laughed. Probably one of the voices in his head just made a good joke. See? That's why I knew. Because one of the voices over there just told me. Funny thing. Now I'm thinking about it, and it's fucking hilarious. Alright, next question. My INTJ doesn't care about me anymore after he tried to explain his idea and I didn't listen. What should I do? And I need to scroll this down a little bit. Ideas are of prime importance to INTJs, and disregarding or not listening to our ideas is the highest form of insult. Although INTJs do not hold grudges, neither do we go out of our way to associate with people who don't give serious consideration to our ideas. You'll be in damage control mode for quite some time, fighting an uphill battle to get back into our good graces if you tell us our idea is stupid. So yeah, if you want to disown an INTJ, tell him his idea sucks. Because chances are his idea is fucking awesome. And you just turned down the greatest idea of all mankind. Most likely. My INTJ won't talk to me. What should I do? Well, what subjects are you trying to talk about? Most INTJs hate gossip, and all of us hate talk of relationships. Don't talk about Snooki. I don't care. Don't talk about Britney Spears' boyfriend. I would rather hang myself with a chicken wire noose than listen to those topics. We also don't do small talk. I wouldn't necessarily hang myself with a chicken wire noose if you did small talk to me, but I would probably still think about hanging myself with a chicken wire noose. Because that would be much more enjoyable. Because I don't care what the weather is. It changes all the time. Sometimes it's rainy, sometimes it's cloudy, sometimes it's sunny. I live in Arizona, it's sunny every day. What do you think the weather is? Probably sunny and like 75. You know, who cares? Talk about something interesting, please. Like this said in the last question, try quantum physics, psychology, or some other deep but non-touchy-feely topic. If all else fails, try email instead. If you really, really want to talk about your feelings, send an email. Then we will analyze the crap out of your email and send back a bulleted reply of all the things that you said. Why does my INTJ keep correcting my grammar? Probably because you are being grammatically incorrect. Next time you tell your INTJ that you're going to try and do something, prepare to get bitch slapped. It's try to, not try and. And there's no such word as irregardless. Words have specific meanings and language has specific rules. Please abide by them. And don't even get us started on your contextually ambiguous use of pronouns. Like saying he, she, they. And I don't know who the fuck you're talking about. Yeah. I have this really good idea. Should I tell an INTJ? I would say, and every one of these I totally agree with, sleep on it for a week or so, maybe even a month. If it's still so appealing after that, sleep on it for another week. Then, maybe run it by one of us, and we will pick it apart like somebody picks their teeth with a toothpick. And I'm being serious. We will destroy your idea. So it better be a damn good one. Your idea is more likely to survive our scrutiny relatively unscathed if you have actual logical arguments and sound evidence with which to back it up. Otherwise, we will go like this. You know, I can't see my hand in the camera there. We will tell you to go away. Is it dangerous to annoy an INTJ? Somewhat. First, we will ignore you. Then we will launch a volley of extremely witty but esoteric insults that will probably go right over your head, which we will then internally laugh and might even snicker out loud. And then finally, we will just engage the nod and smile autopilot and go back to ignoring you. Best to leave us alone at this point. If you push us too far, we might blow up your head with our telekinetic abilities. So yes, it can be dangerous to annoy an INTJ. And if you are, being annoyed by us, even though it appears as though we are having some kind of conversation and we are not interested, the nod and smile thing looks kind of like this. And then we look off to the side, probably still half smiling, while we're thinking about cyborgs and robots. What are pet peeves of INTJs? Thanks for asking. Our pet peeves are: we dislike surprises. We hate having decisions made for us. We are INTJs. Nobody's more qualified to make decisions than us. We dislike getting gifts, as it burdens us with the need to reciprocate, and we hate that. We hate small talk, gossip, relationships, people talk. Really anything mundane is beneath us. We get particularly annoyed by attacks on our intelligence, competence, and integrity. We hate it when people try to manipulate us. Sincerity and lying. We hate that. People interfering with our alone time. Leave us alone when we're alone. People who are chronically late. People who talk incessantly. We will just engage our nod and smile autopilot and mentally go somewhere else. People who are stupid, arrogant, opinionated, and or closed-minded. Closed-minded is a big one. I hate that. Crooked, badly placed pictures. It's almost like an 8 over 10 of thing. Like you have to adjust the pictures, make sure they're straight. Superficiality. Body piercings for no reason, pimped out cars for no reason, brightly colored anything that's loud, obnoxious, and annoying. Salespeople. INTJs are immune to emotional manipulation and have zero tolerance for lines of bullshit. Incorrect grammar and word usage. Like I said earlier, fix your grammar. Punctuate. Sometimes I don't punctuate just for the shortcut, which pisses off other people like me. Incorrect grammar and word usage. I said that. People who waste our time. See salespeople. My INTJ keeps disappearing. Is this normal? Yes, we need our alone time to recharge, more so than any of the other introverted MBTI types. Being around people for very long sucks the life force out of us, and we sneak off. I'm talking faster than I can think. That's almost impossible. And we sneak off to be by ourselves when our low battery warning light starts to flash. And in those cases where we can't disappear physically, we will retreat into our minds. Consequently, we have great stealth capability. We can sit in a corner observing while being unobserved, and we can escape unnoticed when we're ready to move on. Like a ninja. Alright, why can't my INTJ remember anything? This is normal. Most of us